Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today's video is going to be on a 2008 Chevy Impala with a bad wheel bearing. The wheel bearing on the front of this car whines harder than my ex-wife in child support court, and that's a problem. So we're going to fix it. The wheel bearing. Go steal an S-hook off a bungee cord. They work great for hanging the caliper to the spring. Keeps it out of the way. So normally I leave these nuts on to kind of hold everything together, and I pound on this with a hammer to get these out. But today, using the hub buster, I'm going to take that nut off because I have a feeling when I hit this, when I have the tool on here, it's probably going to peel this whole bearing out, and I don't want to mess with the axle. I want to make sure the axle's free to move in here. We can see the axle's free to move. I'm sorry that I'm not showing everything with the camera angles on the back side. I just want to make this video to show the use of this tool. If you have questions as to what I'm doing and you can't figure this out, go watch one of my earlier videos from like a year ago. I did a wheel bearing. I did a whole bunch of wheel bearings. They're all pretty much the same, but I want to say like a Pontiac Grand Am or Grand Prix. I think it was a Grand Prix. It's going to be the same exact deal as this Impala. So if you need a step-by-step, go back to that video. Okay, the brakes are out of the way, the axle nut's off. I've disconnected the electrical connector for the ABS, and I've removed the 3 bolts. The only thing holding this thing on is corrosion. So let me go grab the tool and I'll show you guys what we're going to do. Alright, so here's our tool. ATD wheel hub removal tool, commonly called hub buster. I think there was another name for it, I don't remember. Anyway, I bought it off Amazon for around $120, I think 126 bucks or something like that. Here's what you get. You get this big black tool right here. Basically how this works is through these slotted holes you'll bolt this onto the hub of the car, and then you'll hit it with a hammer, and the extra leverage will help you peel that bearing right out of there. So we got that. We got these nuts that are supposed to fit on the wheel studs. I don't know if they will. We'll find out. Now, if none of the nuts, it came with a bunch of nuts. If none of the nuts fit, I'll just use a couple of the lug nuts, the ones that are missing the cap, and I'll flip them around backwards so that it won't hurt them. These look right about the right size here. Let's see. Well, all right. So it did actually come with nuts that fit on a Chevy Impala. You can see the holes are slotted, so you could, it's supposed to fit just about every vehicle. I don't know if it will, but time will tell. Now the best way I can see to hit it would be to hit it from the top, because if we hit it on this side, on the bottom side, well then all this leverage is acting against the leverage of the bearing. So I feel like the easiest way to peel it out of here would be to hit it like this. Let's give it a try. Don't need that wire. Well, that came out pretty easy. And these Impala bearings aren't terrible to change, but that made it really easy, and I'm intrigued. I think the tool is pretty cool. Oh, that's a Moog. That's a Moog bearing. That's been replaced before. So this is pretty neat. I'm really satisfied with this tool. I think it's well worth the money, and I look forward to using it in the future. I'm really surprised that it came out as easy as it did. But we'll put it to the test on a harder one, hopefully next time around. But for 125 bucks, if it takes a half an hour out of hammer swinging out of your job, I'd say it's well worth it. So that was kind of a real fast-paced crash course on wheel bearing R&R. On pretty much, this is a Chevy Impala, but pretty much any the GM front drive platform vehicles are all the same or similar. First time using the Hub Buster, and I like it. Like I said, I paid like 120, I think 126 bucks. It was under $130 on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description, so if you guys are interested, you can get one as well. Definitely worth the money. I look forward to using it in the future on more difficult bearings. Not putting down the Chevy Impala, but I've never really had a heck of a time getting these ones out, but it certainly wasn't as easy as using this tool. That being said, I got to give credit where credit is due. I didn't find this tool on my own. My buddy Sean, I'll put a link down below in the description. Easy Fix is the name of his channel. He called me up and he's like, dude, you got to get this tool. You got to look it up. So I looked it up on YouTube and I thought, yep, I got to have it. So then I looked it up on Amazon and I bought it, and I've used it and I think it's great. And I think you guys will like it as well. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the support.